Alright, throw me a pitch right here. Right in the old Linzer.
See what kind of age.
See what you're wearing, man. I'm going to be thinking, oh, wait, I found that 1990 football game. Oh, wait a minute.
Except he has a beard.
He's got a beard. He's got a bald spot.
In that case, I'm sorry. The 1992 All-Star game.
I had a beard 92, man. I used to get ripped on about my facial hair.
Stogie. My father was watching the Reds game versus the Cubs in the waiting room. So the game time would have started. I was born 4:39, so it would have been almost over, I'm assuming, when I was born. But something was in the air, because when I, looking back on the photos, of course, when you're a toddler, you don't understand or realize, but I was in Reds garb a lot. It was always on me. I remember being on TV. I remember being in a park with my dad. He's, I'm on his lap, and there's a radio. So baseball was a big part of my family, and the Reds baseball specifically. A job opens up because a new ballpark is being built, and with a new ballpark comes a new Reds Hall of Fame and Museum building, a physical building. Before, they just had plaques on the walls at Riverfront. Now they're going to have a building, and they need people to run it. And I applied thinking, I'll try. I made the assistant manager of education. That person left, transferred. I became the manager of education. But all the while, on the side, doing films for them. So they needed a film of the 1919 World Series, a big exhibit. They're doing their first big exhibit. Like, you do some film stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, I kind of dabble in it. Really wasn't an expert, but I kind of knew my way around and how to do things. And I had the creative ideas of what to do. So they gave me 2 months. They gave me some extra money. Says, here, make a film for the exhibit. It has to be like 10 minutes. So I had to learn. My first film in the Reds Hall of Fame was a 10-minute film in a kiosk in a display where Ed Roush was telling stories of the 1919 World Series, and I'm showing footage that's never been seen. And on top of that, oh, by the way, we found sheet music from 1919 that I was playing that had never been played since 1919. It used to be played in bars across the city. And they found it, gave it to me. I played it in piano, and that was the soundtrack to the exhibit. That was my first film. They did it right up in the paper. I was like, this is amazing. So they needed more projects. And as time went on, I kept doing other ones. Crosley Field, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. But the one that always is the one that will always stand out in my head is because it was Crosley Field. I'm passionate about the old ballpark. And Ted Kluszewski's wife came to watch the film one day. And she came into the theater, and she watched it, and I'm nervous. I'm standing outside like, oh my God, what's she going to think of this? And she comes out, and she's crying her eyes out. And she walks up to me, she grabs my hand, she says, Cam, thank you so much for bringing Ted back to life. And that was a moment I knew that I could do this.